topic will be wedding dynamics.
Ah.
Why is there so much drama along with a wedding? Candace, come on up and give us your speech. We look forward to hearing it. Thank you very much.
It's nice to be here. You probably wonder why I picked that topic. Well, I thought it kind of went along, it should go along with best friends. And I also recently attended a wedding of a family member. And boy, there are a lot of dynamics that happen. Lots, especially with my dear Aunt Sally. How many have ever been to a wedding? It's a beautiful wedding, it's not quite traditional. And then you're sitting at the reception eating their food and it's being picked apart. It's just being torn to shreds.
Oh.
Well, that's my family. You haven't been to one of my family weddings, apparently. So, weddings are a tenacious union between two people. And they're steeped in tradition and family expectations with the end result of getting married. You have older people, you have younger people, you have kids, you have all sorts of different genres going on in the wedding party and also the guests that are attending. At this particular wedding that I went to, my nephew was getting married to a lady that had been married before, and she wanted a little quiet wedding. He wanted a big party because it's his first wedding, so they compromised. They only invited 20 people to the ceremony, and the rest, there were about 100 to the reception.
Wow.
So, needless to say, I was not invited to the ceremony. My sister was not invited to the ceremony, but we survived. And that was the source of her angst about this wedding. We had all kinds of tradition, not quite the norm, but she had a really pretty wedding dress. It wasn't white. My mother would say that's good because she's been married before. It was off-white. Big deal. Another tradition is a cake. She didn't have a cake. She had an ice cream cart, which I thought that was fine too. The cake tradition dates back to Roman times, and they used to break bread over the bride's head as a symbol of prosperity and fertility and all kinds of things like that. So they didn't have a cake. So we did not pour ice cream over the bride. We did have fun anyway at the ice cream cart. Another tradition is a rice being thrown. Now the weddings today are green weddings. And they don't throw rice anymore because they have said that it made the birds sick. So then it evolved to birdseed. Well, the birds made a mess because they ate all the birdseed over the... So now it's rose petals or flower petals or something like that that's very biodegradable, which I think that's kind of a good move to, and it keeps the tradition. And again, throwing something when the bride and groom leave is means prosperity and fertility and all that kind of stuff. These days, best man can be a girl, and the maid of honor can be a boy. At my niece's wedding, her brother was her maid of honor. I thought that was kind of neat.
Wow.
And I have a friend that just got married, and his best man was his sister. So that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun to kind of mix that up a little bit, but it's just in these times. They wouldn't think of doing that 50 years ago. And then we always have the wedding ring, of course, or you should, but some people don't do that either. And we've gone from gold color to now it's platinum. Everybody's got to have platinum. Another tradition, which is my personal favorite, it's an old Irish tradition. They run to the back of the church and lock the door so the groom can't escape. I got this on the internet. I just really did. But then those are the wonderful traditions that we try to stick to, and we also have areas of conflict, like who gets to go to the bridal dinner, and A lot of people think, well, it should be all the out-of-town guests and the bridal party, but that can be the whole wedding. So what we do with that is, what we hope to do is leave it up to the bride and groom. Kids or no kids. A lot of brides and grooms don't want kids at their wedding. That's up to them. So you have to limit the guest list, isn't it? Isn't the end goal the fact that they're getting married? That's the end goal. That's what it's all about. So my takeaway points, or if you have your feathers ruffled at a wedding, let it go. Let it go. It's not about you. And keep your mouth shut. Traditions are wonderful, but they can limit creativity, and we are lucky to live in times where traditions mean anything goes. Any comments?
Thank you.
Thank you.